Potter's Journal. It is the 3rd day of April 2018. No, not April. The 3rd day of spring. April's a week away. And this is kind of typical for the season. And you know what they say on the slopes, if you're having problems, blame it on oh no, somebody's really having problems and their technique is a problem. Blame it on the equipment. And I've been putting off today's project because of not having the proper ceramic equipment. But you know, I do have it. Here it is, 2 wooden sticks. So I've been putting this off long enough. We better get to it and see what's going in the studio today after we pick up the extension cord. We're operating on, on electric because batteries just keep going bad. I need to glaze some very large flower bowls, altered, flute or whatever you call them. This is my new Celadon glaze. I've been putting some drawings inside of them. But there's always a lot going on in the studio, so real quick I want to see just what is in the kiln today. We've got to get it emptied and reloaded very fast because time is running out. And this is the glaze, that I'm using this year that I didn't have last year. A Celadon that I kind of blended 2 commercial glazes to get, and I'm using the slip underneath. I left the bottom raw clay, but I think I should have came down a little bit further on that. And, okay, something I discovered last year, a standard ceramics sea mist over my bluey, and it leaves a nice halo down at the bottom. I'm still using this little kiln this year, so I'm just going to lift out the entire shelf. And I don't know if my niece is going to get back to the studio to do any more of these, so I've been glazing them and putting them in because I need something to fill a shelf, and it's just the size. See, I'm not sure if there's something I'm looking for here, and this shelf, I did exactly the same thing. It seems to work with a pie plate, 2 bowls, and then there's always a little extra room, and her little textured soap dishes fit in there real nice. And who's always looking to get out when I start talking in the studio? Okay, let's see, before we get to the... I'm still putting off the glaze project. Maybe we won't do that at all. Oh, I knew there was a reason we were going in here. Okay, the fluted flower bowl. This one wouldn't fit in the glaze bucket. Oh. And I dipped it like that and shoved it in the, we'll go over there and see exactly what happened. Okay. That's if we don't pull the cord out. Okay. The studio's far from organized right now. And it snowed last year at exactly the same end of March, 2nd day of spring, because that's when I did the double bowls. And I did another batch of them this year. I didn't think I could do it. I watched the video and that I made of doing it last year and said, well, I did it once, so I should be able to do it again. Okay, and it went a little quicker and easier. However, this I haven't done before, so let's see what happens. Okay, that nice halo that we saw on the mug just isn't happening because the glaze was real thick here and dripped down. I shoved it in here, and there were thick spots and thin spots. I thought, well, we'll see what happens, but yeah, mistake. Okay, but first it's my brother-in-law's pasta ball we need to get for yeah, a gift real soon here. And yeah, so I've been putting this off and putting this off. I couldn't find my nice pouring thing. I don't think this is big enough to work, but I'm just going to have to go back to this. I think the inside of these should be done first. Okay. And so that doesn't drip down the inside of the bowl. I'm just going to pour it with the cup inside the plate. I guess that's something I can't do on small pieces. And okay, make sure that I get it up near the rim. And then okay, all the way around like that, and it did drip down the side. Oh no, this isn't going to work because it's going to touch, I have to do this the other way. Oh great, okay, here we go. Where do the sticks go? Okay, I'm glad I was set up to do this both ways. I was going to do this on top of a container. Okay, first time I've done this. Oh, great. It's just going to be a mess. There we go. So, potters and making spouts that pour good. They just don't put a nice spout that pours on a yogurt container. And the one problem with this glaze is it doesn't look good. If I go like that, I'm going to have too much glaze in one spot. So let's see if I just throw it in there, and we don't get it to drip down the side that way. Okay, maybe it worked. Okay, so if you're having trouble on the slopes, you can't keep up to who you're with, blame it on the equipment. And if you've never done this before, just put it off for a week or maybe 2. Okay, so I think I'm going to have to let that dry on there, because if I touch it right now, I'm going to have fingerprints. When I bring it back up, I'll brush or dot on where the wooden sticks were. Okay. So, and to think I've been putting that off for weeks. I'll do the same thing with these, except they go in my bluey and then get the sea mist put over top. After doing the same thing here, I'll then do the rim in this exact same pasta ball. This one I didn't glaze last year because I didn't have a glaze that would allow the slips to show through, and I just put it away and let it sit a year. I dusted it off real well, took the air compressor to it, but I have pulled 30-year-old bisque pieces out of storage and glazed them. So that's what you don't want to do. And okay, we got to be really fast. And okay, maybe I should go around again on this one. Okay. And this is not a tutorial. You might want to check out one of those on YouTube, or read some technique in a good book before you repeat what I did here. Okay, so what else is going on in the studio today? I will finish the rest of those, and I will finish the rest of these. I've been doing the goblets. Okay, the jug series is coming along, but I'm waiting for my stamp. I'm afraid to do any more. And making the flower bowls. I just put together a playlist, which will be clearer on YouTube than on my TV here, of making the altered, scalloped, fluted flower bowl. I go east, west, north, south, and then I do the southwest, northwest, east, west, and I forget which one's next. So you can either stop back and see what's happening in the studio, or check out my playlist for the scalloped, fluted, altered flower ball. Okay, stop back.